Welcome back. So we've talked about microgreens before, but today we've got a twist. Spring Witt from James River High Point is here to give us all the dirt on hemp microgreens. Welcome, Spring.
Thanks for having me.
I'm really excited and very interested and intrigued by this. So what are hemp microgreens? I mean, is it what I think it is?
That's the number one question I get. So no, it is not what you think it is. So much like the hemp seeds here, the hemp microgreens are actually, they are packed with important amino acids, fatty acids, much like omega-3, omega-6. All of those things are really important to help fight off degenerative diseases of sorts, and they do that because they're a really good neuroprotector. So the more you ingest that, then naturally you're just kind of, they say an apple a day, keep the doctor away.
Yeah.
Now we have hemp.
Hemp a day will keep
Hemp
the
a
doctor
day will
away.
keep the doctor away.
And so I will say, Hazel Marie met you, and the first thing she said is, no wonder why you have such great skin.
And thank you, she made my day. I was like, oh, it works.
Yes. So when we say, so this is hemp, and this is no THC, right? Is that correct?
That is correct. There is no THC in these guys.
And so you pick off the microgreens of it, and it's basically the leaves, right? So you harvested this today for us.
Correct. So this morning when I went to get this, this stalk was about the same height as that one. I basically cut it down here, and as you can see, that has already started reproducing.
Okay.
So in another 10 to 14 days, you're gonna have another stalk. So you just continue to pull them down, and then you can see what we harvested this morning.
Yeah, so we have a nice little plate here. And what's really interesting is that you can put this in all sorts of ways, just like you would any type of microgreens, right?
Yes. So the most common ways are put them in smoothies. You can saute this down like you would spinach to put in a shrimp scampi or whatever. There are some people that pull the leaves right off and stick it on top of their burger like lettuce.
Wow.
There's not a whole lot that you can't do with it. It just depends on what kind of power-packed way do you want to get the nutrients.
And so, okay, I'm gonna try a little bit. First, I want to taste the leaf.
All right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna taste a little leaf of it.
So, and as you do that, this particular strain is supposed to have a nutty flavor to it, if you will. I think certain things that you cook it with kind of pull that out more than others.
Yeah.
But that is this particular strain.
Yeah, and then I have my yogurt that I have not finished. This is my breakfast this morning, and I said, you know what?
Multitasking.
Yes, you can put this, you can just rip it off, and you can just throw it in your yogurt too.
Yeah. So people that are super good at, dicing things up like you would parsley or chives or whatever, that is a very common way. A lot of restaurants will supplement if they're trying to have the healthier power pack. They'll supplement stuff like parsley, chives, that kind of stuff, and they'll replace it with this. You still get the nice color. You also get the power pack of the amino acids.
And then you mentioned you bring this with people when they buy the microgreens.
Yes.
Right?
So we're required to not only send it off for testing. This is a standard form of like a COA is what they call it, a certificate of analysis. This lets everybody know there is or there isn't THC in it. And then we always give these kind of instructions to people. Some people want to buy them ready to go in this form. Some people get brave and they want to try it this way. So we have kind of a little bit of a cheat sheet. If somebody doesn't know anything about it, this will kind of walk them through it.
Wonderful. And real quickly, you not only sell microgreens or hemp microgreens at James River High Point, but you also have a community garden. So what can you tell us about that real quick?
It's a lot of work. Yeah, so Buchanan, where I live, is a pretty rural area. There's not a grocery store there, so people are driving 20 or 30 minutes north or south to get to one. This year I said we've got the space. It is a community garden designed to be able to offer fresh produce, obviously in a small amount. I'm not Kroger, so if anybody calls me for 20 heads of lettuce, the only reason you'll get that is because I harvested it all yesterday. But the main goal is to be able to source the resource center there, particularly the elderly, and to help provide some fresh produce to the food pantry. Where these are people in need. We have the ability, well, I have the ability, there's nobody else out there doing it with me. And it's nice to be able to just kind of fill those gaps where we can.
Absolutely.
So that's the goal.
Wonderful. So if folks are interested in learning more about what you do, how can they contact you?
They can contact us at 540-425-5239. That is our office phone number. We are located right on Main Street. My building is really easy to find because it's the only building in Buchanan that has a mural completely on the outside. If you miss it, I don't know if I can help. You can email us at, our email I'm much more of a phone person. It's easier to get me that way, especially if I am out in the garden. It is a cell phone connected to our office. People can text if that's what they prefer. They can email. They can show up. If I happen to not be there, walk behind the big white house and you'll see the really big garden. That's probably where I'm at. So I'm pretty accessible. I'm pretty easy to find.
All right, wonderful. Well, Spring Witt from James River High Point, thanks so much for giving us all the dirt today on hemp microgreens.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Stick around. We'll be right back.